Hello everybody, my name is EK and welcome back to more RuneScape. So you guys may be wondering, EK, why the hell are you naked? And by naked, I don't mean actually naked. What I mean is... Oh, turn off auto-retaliate. Hold on. There we go. It's off. So, I'm not actually naked, but of course, you know, sun's out, guns out, you know, wearing the starter gear. So why am I wearing this? Well, it's because Mix just told me that he is going to show me that I can get some sort of cool cape in the wilderness. I need to bring 200 gold, he said. I brought 580 because I'm daring, and I don't care about money, guys, because I am a rich boy. But, you know, he said to me, okay, I'm going to show you something cool. It's going to take like 10 minutes or something, and it's going to be going to the wilderness and grabbing some sort of cape of my own choosing, which sounds cool. I want to go see the wilderness. I've never actually been in the wilderness, really. Like, I remember as a kid, I was way too scared to even go in there. There's an old man here. Hold on, let me quickly talk to him. And he's going to give me more gold coins. Beautiful. I can buy more capes. All right. Follow. We continue. So, yeah, I just follow Mix right now. I'm once again in complete lazy mode. But the wilderness is one of those places that as a kid, I did visit sometimes. But I think, you know, it's one of those places where as a kid, you know, you die there, you get murdered by some other player, and you're just kind of scared to ever go back in there. So I don't think I really know what the wilderness even is. Like, I know it's an open world PvP thing. And he says we should probably be quite safe. I like how you have to actually click cross wilderness ditch. If you go any further, you will enter the wilderness. This is a very dangerous area where other players can attack you. The further north you go, the more dangerous it becomes. An indicator at the bottom right of the screen will show the current level of danger. So enter wilderness. We're going to be looking for... Oh my god, so many new tracks we got unlocked. Wait, there's even a different aesthetic to this place. I didn't even remember that. So he says we're going to be looking for a guy with a big bag on his back. So he's like a wandering merchant of some sort, conserving run energy. That sounds smart, because if we get attacked now, we gotta be able to not retaliate. We gotta be able to run off in some direction. It's what you do with danger, guys. You know, some people are like, you know what? If danger strikes, I will go and I will fight my way. I will fight my way to victory. No, you run. There's big danger. You run, guys. You run. Okay. I hardly trek into the wilderness myself. Well, dude, I've never been here. Look at this place. What? Lava and like a cool chaos altar thing, dodgy place. Yes, I like PvP, guys. I'm definitely a big PvP enjoyer, but only structured PvP. You know, I like myself some standard structured PvP. I love myself some League of Legends. I love myself PvP in Guild Wars. I love myself World v World as well, where it's, you know, it's structured, but it's like more chaotic group PvP. But open world PvP, like ganking people, that's never really been something that I enjoy too much myself. But it's definitely something where I can see the appeal of it. Like, if you just enjoy murdering people, like the constant tension, like, oh, is there going to be someone around here who can try and kill me and stuff? Then, yeah, I guess I can see why it's super fun, especially if it's full loot, which I think it is. Be on the lookout for other white dots on the minimap. Gotcha. Alright, my eyes are glued to the minimap. I will see what is going on. I'm a wild man now. I am in the wilderness and I am the wildest man out there. I'm Tarzan practically. Wait, hold on. Grab this. Free to grab this plank. What plank? Hold on, what plank? Does he mean the tile? Hold on. What plank? I don't see a plank. There isn't a plank here as far as I can see. Oh, there's a plank here. Oh. I see. All right. A plank. So, a plank of wood. Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Apparently, it's going to help me in the Dragon Slayer 1 quest, which I guess is nice to have, and I don't have to return here, which makes me happy. There's another in the graveyard. Oh, I see. Do I need multiple? But these zombies are no longer dangerous because my combat level is high enough. So here we go. I have another plank. Beautiful. Follow him again. Let's go. All right, here we go. Take plank. Might as well take all the planks. Here we go. 3 planks. And 4 planks. There we go. I'm a planker. I don't know what that means, but it is what I am. Although I hate doing planks. Planks are a terrible exercise to be doing. They're inefficient and terrible and horrible and awful and bad. Deadly red spiders, guys. they seem to be rather deadly. It's kind of funny that it's taken me... Wait, have we seen spiders? Were there... I think there were spiders around Lumbridge, weren't there? I think I didn't kill them. I think there were spiders around Lumbridge. But I feel like I've not killed a single spider. Also, this thing keeps going up, so level 29. Where are we now? Oh, we're actually already like halfway through the wilderness. That's kind of cool. Now notice the wilderness indicator below the minimap, which I am indeed noticing. It's jumping up constantly. Does this mean that only people from level 8 through 74 can be in here or PvP each other? Is this why people have like these pure accounts where they don't want to reach a certain combat level, because then I can stay in a lower level range and still PK people in that range? Like, is someone like level 80 plus not allowed to kill people in this zone? Is that how this works? It's a cool place though. I'm quite enjoying this little scenery trip. In higher levels, players with more varying combat levels are able to attack. Cool, so he just kind of answered my question. It's like he's hearing me, you know? It's kind of like I'm on voice with him, which I'm not. The guided tour is great. So some PKers often train specific combat skills to keep a lower combat level. It's just what I talked about, dude. Thank you. You know, you're going to be watching this video and you're going to be like, dude, we are so in sync, man. We are so in sync. We're doing so well. This is beautiful. So is that the northern edge of the wilderness, at least the free-to-play zone? I'm assuming this is a members part of the wilderness. The wilderness is actually surprisingly small. Like, it felt like it just kind of flew by, really. This is the edge of the free-to-play worldy. Okay. Cool. Guys, this guided tour is fun. These Cape salesmen have a wide wandering radius. Okay, so yeah, there are like wandering merchants. I like how he's, you know... Oh, there you go. William. I think that's him. Alright, hold on. There's a spider on my ass. Can I drop aggro? There we go. William, come back. William, I must speak to you. William's Wilderness Cape Shop. So Team 41, Team 31, 21. Obviously, we're going to go edgy red. Hold on. How expensive are they? 50. Wait, can I just buy all of them? Buy one. Each one sells a different style of cape. Hold on. I want all of these. Here we go. They are all mine. Bam. Ooh. They all have different designs on them, but all the same colors. I quite like them. They're kind of cool. I especially like the brighter ones, honestly. The red one is nice, but I kind of like the green one, for example. The green one is very nice. Green works quite well in this game, I feel. All right, so there are multiple merchants here who all sell their own like patterns, I guess, on the cape, like their own cape designs. But the colors will all be the same color. So you'll have like, if there's like 5 different patterns, there'll be like 25 different capes. All right, that's cool. Just kind of picked up 5 cool looking capes that I can play some fashion. I was going to say fashion wars with, but fashionscape in this case. Activate obelisk. That must be for some quest or something. Man, I really feel like by the time this free-to-play section of this playthrough ends, I really feel like I have seen a lot of what free-to-play has to offer. Obviously, there's going to be stuff that I haven't seen yet, which totally makes sense. The game is rather big, and you can probably spend hundreds, if not thousands of hours just playing through free-to-play, you know, maxing your skills, doing all kinds of things. But I feel like I've really got to engage with most of the systems. I've seen the wilderness, I've done all the quests. Well, besides that one quest now, of course. I feel like I've seen most of the world. I've been to all the towns. I've kind of checked out a lot of the shops. Yeah, it's really nice. I'm really happy that I restricted myself to playing like this, because this really allowed me to fully get to grips with all of the systems free-to-play has to offer. And now I can expand that knowledge going into member. Otherwise, I feel like I would not have appreciated this as much as I have right now, because this would have been like a small part of a much more open world. But now I've really set these limits on myself, and I kind of like that. I'm almost inclined to say like, hey, I want to like, you know, explore this area first, for example, and then like lock the rest off. But I don't know how I'm going to approach it. I think I'll just kind of go wherever I feel like is going to be interesting. And I'll just kind of like let the game guide me and just kind of go on like a blind adventure. I think that's most fun. But yeah, I'm kind of determined to start my adventure going to Tavali, because I've just never been to Tavali. I've walked past this gate so many times, and I'm just like looking out and I'm like, ooh, there's all this stuff here, but I've never been here, and that sounds really cool. So yeah, this will be the opening part of the video for the first member quest. I guess we'll go through this beautiful gate right here next to Doric. Oh, I'm so excited. Guys, I'm so excited. Dragon Slayer coming up, members coming up. Oh, I'm excited. And now we are back in the more cozy environments. Beautiful. Look at how cheerful everything looks all of a sudden. It is nice. It is glorious. All right, so I'm going to do a bit more combat level grinding. And when I pop back in, I guess we'll be doing the Stronghold of Security. All right, so I just launched the game and look at this. This looks different. This looks cool. This must be the new update. And I'm excited. Now, obviously, this is not content that I will be playing, I assume. I'm assuming this is something that is just, you know, coming in that is a bit more mid-game to end-game focus or something. But it does look rather cool anyway. Actually, forgot to swap. Here we go. I tend to swap to 326 right now because it is also a free-to-play world, but it's not as populated, which is just much easier when I'm, you know, trying to level my combat or really do anything else in this game. Like, I definitely learned this game is one of those games where you kind of don't want to see other people when you're skilling because they ruin your experience, at least in the free-to-play aspect of this game. So my last login was 7 hours ago. And it says, the light of 1,000 suns shines within the place they call the Chasm of Fire. Yarma? Is it Yarma or Yama? Is there an R there? I think there's an R there. Yarma awaits those who have completed a kingdom divided. The citizens of Kurend need you. Oh, and it even links me over to a website with a blog post. Okay, I'll definitely look into that in a bit. Anyway, guys, welcome back. So, I think at the start of this video, there will be like the little wilderness section. Also, I moved my green screen around a little bit because I had to like move it for some stuff. I'm just like carefully inspecting whether I have maybe reintroduced any sort of triangle, which I think everything is fine. Yes, it seems to be fine. You know, I'm breaking your illusions, guys. I'm sorry. I'm breaking your illusions by, you know, showcasing that I'm not actually in the game world, and I'm sorry for that. But what I've done is I play a little bit on my phone, you know, like work breaks and stuff. It's just like the phone client, I'm loving it, guys. It's not really great to play with when you're trying to do something active, but just like skilling, just like killing some random froggos over here. It is beautiful. So, my combat's now level 45.55, so, guys, Dragon Slayer is now something that I can do based on the recommendations. Now, I do want to do one more thing before we go there. So let me just quickly break down what the plan is. In this video, it probably will not be titled Dragon Slayer yet. This video will be the last video before Dragon Slayer, because what we'll be doing is I will be returning to the Stronghold of Security. And I've heard many stories, and thank you once again for the beautiful comments, guys. And all the comments have been incredible. So much information, so many details, so many stories, so much history. I love it, guys. Thank you so much. But something that I've heard is that a lot of people apparently are, you know, starting their game level 3. They walk over to the Stronghold of Security. They just kind of like run through it with maybe some food in hand or something. And they get the rewards from there because you can just completely ignore the mobs. Now, what I want to do is I want to go in there and I want to take it a bit slower. I do want to kill some of the mobs so to kind of get the experience. I also want to just like look at their loot because I do have this loot inspect thingy now that I can use, of course, to, you know, check out their loot tables and see if they have anything cool. Now, I will share that I've done a lot of off-screen grinding, guys. This past week has not been much recording. It's just been me going absolutely ham on a lot of things in this game. So you guys have seen me leveling attack, have seen me leveling strength, have seen me leveling defense. You know, I wanted to bring it up. I leveled magic 1 level. I'll talk about that in just a moment. But also, my fishing is now 42, and my cooking is now at 43. And I have very specific reasons for that. They're twofold, actually. One of the reasons is that I am going to go into Dragon Slayer, of course, and I could purchase a lot of food off the Grand Exchange, and that could be fun, and that could be nice. But I wanted to make my own food. I like the idea of making my own food. I like treating this as, you know, I've said it before, you know, I'm treating it as Bronze Man, but I'll take like short moments where I approach it like I'm Iron Man, and then I'll fall back on Bronze Man when I no longer want to, you know, play the Iron Man stuff. But I still kind of want to experience what it would be like to be an Iron Man in a way. So what I did, I got all of this stuff. So I got, you know, like 243 trout, I got 100 salmon, and I went lobster fishing on Karami. Now, this was because, first of all, I think they give a ton of HP, like 12 or something. I can actually just click on this thing here, and if I go to healing... Also, I like how hit points actually has a lobster thing as the icon. But if I go to healing over here, you can see that the lobsters, yeah, they give 12 hit points, so they restore like a third of my HP right now, which is absolutely beautiful, which will be very, very great for doing Dragon Slayer, but also I just wanted to go there and I wanted to get the nostalgia out because I talked about it before, guys. Lobster farming, that's like the highest tier fishing I believe I did as a kid. And I wanted to go to Karamia, I wanted to do some lobster farming before moving on, so I decided to level that myself. So I spent a lot of time yesterday. I had like a very long, fun chat with a friend of mine, you know, just kind of catching up. And I spent like 4 to 5 hours just like going absolutely ham on all kinds of fishing and cooking, and it was just absolutely glorious. So I now have a ton of stuff that I can, you know, work my way through as I'm going to be doing more combat. I will take some of them with me as well. Let me also use these big bones real quick to, you know, just make sure that I have all of them used, because I was obviously leveling Prayer as well. Prayer is also doing quite well. Prayer is now at level 31. So I have a lot of Prayer abilities active, actually, that I can use. I was kind of interested in seeing if I could push my way all the way up here to, like, the protection from magic, missiles, and melee, which I believe are just super powerful. But at least I have, like, a strength tier 3 thing, which I guess I could use as a DPS boost when trying to kill the dragon, which is obviously very nice. Also, Draven is over here, who is Super Sonder on his YouTube channel. You know, I will for sure leave a comment here. He says, hello YouTube, subscribe to EK or 7 years of bad luck. So guys, you've been warned, okay? You've been warned. If you don't press that button, you know, if you've already pressed that button, no worries. No worries, you're fine. But, you know, if you want to make sure that next 7 years of your life are somewhat pleasant, you know, just hit that button. You know, and if while you're at it, you know, like, the like button, maybe drop me a comment, you know, just do it like the YouTube things. Anyway, thank you for that shout out. I wasn't expecting that, but you know, now I have a call to action in my video, which I've heard is very, very important. So anyway, I'm just rambling a lot here because I'm very excited, guys, because like we're nearing the end. Also I got the hold on, let me close this up. Once again in the comments, someone told me about a cool free-to-play boss. And this free-to-play boss requires a key you can get from the hill giants. And by killing these hill giants, like 1 in 120, 1 in 240, I can't remember exactly what the ratio is, but it's fairly low. And you can get a key there. And this key will allow you to go through a gate, which contains a free-to-play boss. Now, apparently this boss is rather difficult, and I might not actually be able to kill it. But at least seeing it would be kind of fun. I believe it is some sort of, like, moss ogre boss guy thing, so we'll be looking at that. And this is it, the giant key. I was fairly lucky. I think I got like 50 or something and I got dropped, so it's not terrible, which is also where, of course, my level in magic came from, because they are 50% weak to fire. So that's all the stuff I wanted to share. I'm level 532 right now, so you know, we're approaching 500,000 total experience, which does feel rather good. So next up, what I'll do is I will quickly grab a little bit of better food, because, you know, like we're gonna just make sure that I could just like right click and deposit all. I'm very well aware of that, but you know, let's just make sure that we take some lobsters. Let's just, you know, because I don't really care for the loot too much, let's just take 15 lobsters. I reckon we should be completely fine with that. We also just take physical gear. Don't know how good physical gear is going to be here, but we're gonna go into the Stronghold of Security. We're going to just slap around some things, and let's see if we can clear the entire thing. Oh, also, I'm glad that I think I was able to sort out the audio. I did do a lot of fine-tuning in my Audacity, and I didn't really change anything based on the previous video I did, but I added some additional noise gates that are, you know, like software noise gates, and I think I have fine-tuned it in a way where you can hear everything I say, but you don't constantly hear me breathing into the mic. Like, one thing I hate, like the breathing I'm fine with, but one thing that I can't stand, and I hope you guys, you know, didn't suffer too much, but I can't stand the like noise, like the mouth clicks that like end up in the microphone. I think they sound just disgusting. So I'm really hoping that those are entirely, or at least like 99% gone, so that I don't have to, you know, like make you guys have to listen to those, because they're absolutely terrible. Anyway, Stronghold of Security. Also, I'm taking the long route around, and I don't know why. Alright, here we go. Second floor of the Stronghold of Security. Now, we were here before, but this time I am much, much stronger. So, let's take the same path we did last time, but this time we will murder some of these guys. Forget the questions again? Or have I just already opened up these doors? Let me just try and take out these flesh crawlers. I guess I'm not yet at the point where they stop being aggressive, but I am much stronger this time. So let's take one of these out. I'm still on a block right now, so I can definitely look at the drops and let's see. So they drop body runes, fire runes, dust runes, nature runes. I don't have this in the recording, unfortunately, and I can't really get it in the recording without like swapping the entire thing around. I drop, let's see if they drop anything interesting. They drop noted stuff as well. Drop some bottom of scepter. What is bottom of scepter? It's something they drop as well. I like this tool, so I can just kind of look at this. They drop uncut diamonds, nature talismans, loop half of key, tooth half of key, rune javelin, rune spear. What? Are those like actually dragon spear? Wait, oh, and I can even click it, and that's going to point me to the page. Okay, I'm gonna assume that those things are actually member things, but that's really cool. I guess like the purple things might be member things, or maybe like the like super rare drops. I don't know. Anyway, I'm still gonna be leveling defense for a bit. Also, I can of course look at the stats now. Once again, you guys can't see this, which is a little bit annoying. Oh, there we go. We looted bottom of scepter. Hold on, what is bottom of scepter? Examine. Bottom half of a broken scepter. So I guess I can probably find the top half of the scepter somewhere as well, and then we can get it. So what I'll do as I go here is I will look through all of the drop tables, and I'll see if there's anything cool there. But the thing is, I don't really know what I can do, and I could, of course, go up on the wiki right now and look it up, but I want to keep it blind for a little bit longer. Now, these mobs definitely are not a threat anymore. Like, I'm hitting kind of hard, and they just hit me not at all, really, and if I ever do take some significant damage, I have some lobsters here. Wait, these zombies drop something called a zombie champion scroll. And they also drop something interesting outside of that. I don't think they drop something that significant. I mean, nature talisman, I guess, could be kind of cool. And still, once again, you know, they drop some like loop half of the key, tooth half of the key. So I guess that's a shared drop. Same with the rune spear. Shield left half. So I guess a lot of these mobs drop combinable gear that you can turn into other things, but I'm not quite sure if any of those things are things I care about, but I'll just kill a few as I go and see if I can maybe get lucky with some drops. Alright, these guys definitely are a bit tougher. Now, obviously, I can just run past these, which I will do in just a moment, but I want to make sure I kill one of each of these mobs. Kind of funny how they drop bones and not the large bones, even though they are much higher level than the frogs I've been killing, the giant frogs, which have been dropping giant bones, which have been beautiful, by the way, for leveling my prayer. Now, what I've also done, by the way, besides the just leveling, you know, I did leveling first of all next to the barbarian village. I got some pike and stuff, and I got the trout there and the salmon, I believe. And then what I also did is I went over to Kamnazal and I did a bit of the fishing there, where you can of course use the fishes there to then like cut them open, cook them, prepare them, and then you can sacrifice those for some prayer experience, because I like the idea of leveling all three things at once. I was kind of hoping that I could maybe get like one of this mace pieces, because I keep hearing that you can get this mace by getting these drops from these activities in Kamnazal, but I haven't been able to get one of those yet. But, you know, I wanted to check out that as well. I killed like a few golems as well, but the golems are really, really tough. At least they were quite tough when I tried to fight them. So I didn't really, you know, dive too much into that. But yeah, I've been sure to explore that a little bit more. I wanted to put it on the video, but honestly, there's not too much to show there, really. Like, you guys know what it's like, and it's not that interesting, I think. It's just, it's kind of fun, but it's not like super interesting. Anyway, let's continue this way. And I'm assuming I'm going to get some sort of question at some point again, rather soon. This one might be? Yeah. To pass, you must answer me this. Will Jagex prevent me from saying my pin in game? No. Correct. Jagex will not block your pin, so don't type it. Anyone asking you to say your pin is trying to trick you. Yeah, guys, don't trick me, okay? Don't ask me in the comments to share my pin with you, because I promise I will not. Hold on, where am I actually going? So I'm gonna go up north around this room, and then yeah, we go into the grain of plenty. Okay, that's fine. So I'll just kind of... Oh, here we go. To pass, you must answer me this. Adventurer, I'll trade items with you for an amazing prize, but you've got to come immediately to a particular place in a different game world. Hurry up, come now, before you lose out. What do you say? Okay, I'll take my valuables there now so we can trade, or nope, you're tricking me into going somewhere dangerous. Obviously, you know, it's one of you guys, one of you viewers who is just like super friendly and just like, hey man, just come to me and I will give you millions, but you know, I will say no. Because I don't trust you guys, you know, you guys are out to trick me. Correct. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Be wary of these types of scams. I mean, to be fair, that's a lot more in-depth than I expected. I was expecting it to be much more about, like, you know, password protection and stuff, but this is kind of interesting. We go through here. And once again, we open up this door. Oh, this one doesn't have a question. I guess this one will have a question again. Is there a way I can see whether it has a question or not before I click it? I guess not, right? Probably not. Question? Yeah. Okay, whose responsibility is it to keep your account secure? It's mine. My internet provider. Correct. Make sure to use the tool JX recommends, such as two-factor authentication options. Alright, let's kill one of these giant rats. Because we can, okay? But yeah, I can see how people just run through this, bring some food with them, and just kind of ignore everything that's happening here. So apparently these giant rats can drop giant rat bones, which I don't know if these are better than the big bones I've been getting, but at least there's something different. You know, one cool thing about the aggressive mobs here is I can literally just stand here, and as long as I have food, I can just AFK my way through this. My character will just, you know, keep killing things. I barely take any damage, and I can just, like, click a lobster on occasion. So you could technically grind semi-AFK on these mobs, and I guess that's a bit of a grinding strat people will use, you know, as they're trying to hit 99, by just making sure they keep, you know, being aggressed upon, because that's just much easier. Where is it safe to use my Old School Runescape password? I think we've had this before, but it is only on the Old School Runescape website. Yes, we had this one before. Okay, let's keep on pushing forward, guys. Let's go. Ooh, level 53 zombie. This one is much, much stronger, so let's take it out, guys, because we are too strong. We are a big boy now. So I just had a pretty interesting realization, and that is that I might be racing myself, because you guys have been doing incredible. You know, you guys have subscribed to my channel, liked on mass, and all those kind of things are really, really cool. And I'm at 716 as I'm recording this right now, and my total level is 533. So let's see which one comes first. Will I be able to hit level 1000 first, or will you guys be able to push me to 1k first? Let's see who wins. I challenge you to a duel. A children's card game, you might say. This fight took fairly long, by the way, and I got absolutely nothing for it. So, yeah, I'm leaving these guys. See ya, noobs! We continue. Also, I'm pretty sure I took a very long way around, which doesn't really matter, you know, because I was still having fun exploring this place. But, yeah, I think I took a very long way around. But over there is actually the end of the second floor. And I'm curious to see what kind of rewards are in here, because people keep telling me that this is a good place to go to. A player tells you to search for a video online. Click the link in the description and comment on the forum post to win a cash prize. What do you do? Tell your friends so they can get free gold too. Yes, guys. I mean, to be fair, I'm not too scared of a video link, but, you know, I guess a video link can always lead to something else that is not actually the video link. So let's report the player for phishing. Correct. Always be wary of these links and double check you are on the official Old School Runescape website before entering your login details. That makes a lot of sense. All right, here we go. We have arrived at the end of the second floor with the grain of plenty right here. The grain shifts in the sack, sighing audible words. Congratulations, adventurer. You have been deemed worthy of this reward. You have also unlocked the slap head emote. Oh, we got 3k coins, I guess. Alright, and let's check out this emote. So, slap head. Wait, rabbit hop? Is this... Did we get this from... Did we get this from the Easter thing? Here we go, slap head. Bam! It's just facepalm, guys. That's called facepalm, okay? Anyway, let's head over to the third floor and see what's down here. So, I don't remember exactly which names the floors had. I know there were the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, you know, like war, famine, and death, those kind of things. Yes, let's go down here. We know it's dangerous. Oh, this must be... what is it called? The one with disease. Pestilence. I'm pretty sure it's pestilence. Although this music, listen to it. I'm not sure it feels very pestilency. Ooh, level 50 spiders. Oozing barriers, guys. They're oozing. They're oozing with loot. Alright, let's take out one of these giant spiders. You know, you are no match for me. No, not the small spider. Ooh, so... Wait. They can drop a looting bag and a clue scroll beginner. But also it says wilderness slaying tertiary, which I reckon means you can only get it with Slayer or something. Wait, I just hit for 6? Hold on, what? Did this little spider just hit me for 6? Did that just happen? Or did I misread that? Did it just take a massive chunk? 4? Wait, these spiders are so strong. Are these bigger spiders even stronger? Oh boy, they're strong. Okay. 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 I got your message, guys. I got your message. Don't fight these guys. Just keep on going. I do want to check out the loot for these giant spiders, though. And I have a chance to drop Laren's Keep, but it might be something to do with Slayer because it's under like the Slayer tab. What should you do if your real-life friend asks for your password so he can check your stats? Well, he can check my stats through like third-party means. Obviously, you know, we give them our password. Guys, if you want my password, just let me know, okay? I'll give you my password. So good. Now, don't give out your password to anyone, guys. Not even close friends. That is actually true. Doing so could result in losing your items and gold and puts your account at risk, which is not something that you want to have happen. Okay, let's see. Where do we want to go? Wait, what are these guys? Catapulpon? Hold on. What kind of drops? They drop adamantium medium helms. That's rather interesting. They drop a lot of different runes as well. They drop potato seeds, rune essence, pure essence as well, which I think is a member item. An Eye of Newt, which you can just purchase. Top of Scepter. And we have bottom of Scepter. So these guys are up the top. These guys probably are quite strong. Guys, is that something that I should farm? I'm not going to go hardcore farming in this run, guys. You know, obviously if I... You know, if there's a big reason why I should be doing that, you know, maybe I'll go back at some point. But I kind of just want to complete it, okay? Yeah, I think I'll be skipping most of these questions because honestly, the questions are not very interesting. They're all rather boring. Let's see how strong these guys are, though. I think they're going to absolutely murder me. The spiders were already really strong, but I don't know if these guys are just... Like, the spiders just, like, pierce my armor a lot or something, or how that works. Wait, my strength has been reduced a little bit. So far, these guys are fairly okay. Oh, they keep dropping my strength, though. Wait, Sergeant Damien just arrived. No, hold on, sir. I'm busy. I'm busy, sir. I'm busy. I'm busy taking out a Catapulpon. Something like that. They're kind of cool mobs, though. He's like, attention! I'm like, no, sorry, sir, but you know, I'm busy. No, sir, I'm busy. Hold on. Hold the phone just one moment. Sir, don't worry about it. I'm just slapping a little bit. But unfortunately, my strength keeps going down further and I keep hitting less and less. This is a bit of a pickle. Oh, he left. Okay, he didn't have time. He was holding his phone for too long. His phone dropped. You know, his phone battery ran out. Stuff like that, you know, it just happens. Oh, I got hit for 7. I got hit for 7. Oh, and 4. Okay, this is becoming more and more challenging. My god, can I just please start hitting this guy? I guess his defense, like... I mean, to be fair, according to his stats, his resistance to sword is very high. It's 50. And I think I'm better off using like a mace or something for more damage against this guy. But obviously, I don't have a mace on me. So all I have is my trusty adamant sword. All right, this fight is taking a rather long time for like a random mob out in the open world. But I refuse to give up. This guy is going down. I promise you. We will be victorious. Yes. Die. Come on. Come on. Come on, just die. Just die already. Come on, take some damage. Take some damage. Take my sword to your face. Green on green action. Stop ruining my entire lobster stash. You must die. So it seems attack is the main issue here because every time I hit him for a fair amount of HP. It's just that I don't hit him frequently. Okay, let's see. Just 91 coins and like regular bones. Alright. Consider me disappointed. Anyway, we continue. We're level 59 scorpions. They drop ensouled scorpion heads, whatever that might mean. Okay, it's time we just do the classic tactic of running past. Go, 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 go. And here we go. We have arrived at the box of health. The box hinges creak and appear to be forming audible words. Congratulations, adventurer. You have been deemed worthy of this reward. You have also unlocked the idea emote. Another 5k gold. Okay. I'm kind of hoping I get some other cool rewards from this place still. Like, the gold is nice and all, but I don't really care about gold. I would love to get some cool items or something. So, Oh, actually, it has healed me up to full HP, which was what I was kind of wondering whether it was going to do that. So I can use the goo-covered vine, I guess, to climb back out. But obviously, we want to keep on going. Now, I do believe this might be the final level. And I think it's death, right? So it's going to be dark and stuff. Oh. Shades. Level 159? They don't seem to aggro me, though. Like, 159? They drop Shade Rope Top, Shade Ropes, Ancient Shards, Dark Totem Bases, Dark Totem Middle, Dark Totem Top. Interesting. And their stats. Okay. Well, guess we just ignore these guys. It's rather odd, though, how they have structured this place. Because it's clearly meant to be something for higher level people. Because the mobs in here are rather high level. But at the same time, you know, you can just run past everything. And the rewards so far seem to... Oh, there's something about gold selling. Hold on. I just kind of like skimmed through it because I thought they were all repeating at this point. Hold on. Can we figure it out by just looking at the answers? So do not visit the website. Yes, something about permabans and gold selling. So yeah, it's like the rewards seem to be structured to be aimed at lower level players. Although maybe the rewards are not aimed at lower level players, but they were aimed at an economy that, you know, had this be a lot of money. But right now, of course, it is no longer a lot of money, but the rewards haven't been scaled up. How do I remove a hijacker from my account? I guess we use the account recovery system. Okay, great. Keep on going. Keep on pushing. Where do we go? Hold on. Where do we actually go? Not here. Not here. Go through here. Can I just go back or do I need to... Yeah, there we go. Go through this door. Because I need to go to the Cradle of Life. This floor has definitely been extremely easy to go through. There also seems to be some sort of NPC here, Solston. Have I reached the end? Because I don't think I see a ladder down. Let's see, Cradle of Life. As your hand touches the cradle, you hear a voice in your head of 1,000,000 dead adventurers. That's kind of creepy. Welcome, adventurer. You have learned the value of securing your account and claim your prize. You may claim these boots. They protect your feet equally, but they look very different. You can return here for more boots at any time, or to get replacements if you lose them. So we can get the fancy boots, the fancier boots, or the fighting boots. I mean, I would pick the fancy boots because they look kind of funny, but, you know, I need fighting boots for the dragon. You claim your prize fighting boots. You have unlocked the stamp foot emote. Can I just also click this thing? Fancy boots? Okay. Well, I guess I can just grab all of them. So, they give me the same stats, but overall, they do seem to be better, really. Like, I lose some magic and range damage, but if I'm playing physical, like if I'm playing melee, that I don't actually need those, but they do give me nice defense bonuses. So let's look at them. These ones are fairly standard, but they have like a very cool looking pointy toe. Then we got the fancy boots, and then we got the fancier boots. All right, let's rock the fancier boots, guys. Look at these beauties. Haha. Also, let's talk to Solson. Can you hear me? I can, but I'm not wearing an amulet of ghost speak. Am I dead? I'm no ghost. I'm a spirit. Okay, so this world has ghosts and spirits. They are different. I'm injecting my thoughts into your head. Oh, that's interesting. Also rather disturbing. Try not to think about it. So, who are you? I am Solston, the greatest barbarian explorer. It's very nice to meet you, Solston. I'm EK. I know. So, you were exploring this place? Yes, my sister told me not to go. She said I was dangerous and that I am no fighter. Unfortunately, she was correct. Oh, your sister Litara, the woman out on the service? How come she was correct? I died, of course. I tried escaping long before I made it to the treasure, but I was shot with arrows just as I approached the exit. Nobody came to help? Oh no, they had no idea I was hurt. I guess they assumed I'd found the treasure and made a new life for myself. Were you not a fan of the barbarian lifestyle? It was all death and pillaging. I prefer the finer things in life, like exploration and discovery. Ah, I too enjoy those. So, why are you here? Treasure, I presume? I came for treasures. There we go. We are, we're synced up. Alright, you were looking for what's in that cradle? Yes, but alas, I'm dead. I could show you for a price. I don't have much to offer, but if you happen upon a skull scepter, I could make it stronger. Bottom of scepter? Top of scepter? Goes to this guy. Get cool item. Sounds interesting. Stronger, you say? In what way? Currently, the scepter is fragile. It breaks once all charges have been used. Show me the treasure and I could imbue it so it can be recharged with any scepter piece. You, my dead friend, have a deal. Bye! Stay safe, adventurer. Also, listen to the music, guys. Dance of Death, I'll have you know, is a great song by Iron Maiden. If you haven't heard it, go listen to it. So, I like how it's an actual cradle, like a kid, like a baby. So that was the thing, I like it. I like the fact that we got these cool boots. I was hoping we could get some cool kind of rewards, and I guess in the end we did. Also, let's read the notice here. Thanks to the following who made an offering. 222, Oblong Noodle, Big Sage, A Classy Boy, Trick Deck, Superfly 444, Rainwaker, Demigoo, Yak in Hat, Nulp, or No 1PK, and Sauron was here. Ah, Sauron. I didn't know you were here. I thought you were still gathering strength in Mordor or something, to re-emerge again, because you never actually seem to die. So, I was hoping we could get something cool here, and, we definitely did get something cool here. So, I'm climbing all the way back up, and now I have some cool booties, and I can always just return there if I do want to. So, thank you so much, guys, for recommending that I check this place out, because it was indeed rather cool. Didn't really learn too much about security, but, then again, that is fine. Do these boots also make me faster in some way? I guess they don't, right? No, they probably don't. But hey, I have more stats. So these the leather boots are going to be my magic and range boots, and these are going to be my combat boots, which do sound kind of fun. All right, so that is everything that I wanted to go and do today. There is, of course, still the free-to-play boss left, but I do want to do that after Dragon Slayer because I believe it is much more difficult than that quest. I probably still won't be able to do it from what I hear, but I'm gonna just give it a shot anyway. But first of all, we of course have Dragon Slayer. So next time, in 2 days, guys, I will see you, and we are gonna play hopefully the entirety of Dragon Slayer in one sitting. So thank you so much for joining me, guys. If you if you want to see Dragon Slayer, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Normally I don't really do shoutouts for like subscribers and stuff, but this video I'll just do like 7 times so that I'm compensating for all the other ones where I don't do it. Okay, so press the button if you want to see Dragon Slayer, and I'll see you in 2 days. Have a wonderful day, guys. Bye bye.